What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video. And Liverpool are in advanced talks with the Aberdeen right back Ramsay, who is a hugely talented Scottish international player, and he got 9 assists last season for Aberdeen, and he also played in the European Conference League and in the Scottish Premiership, and he also scored 1 goal, and he's only 18 years old, so he's basically a teenager. He could be the backup player for Trent next season, and considering that we played Joe Gomez there as a backup right back because we sent Neco Williams out on loan, and probably Neco Williams would want to go out on loan again next season, possibly to Fulham. Fulham are in the Premier League, so that could be really good for Neco Williams' career. And Liverpool have been granted permission by Aberdeen to hold talks with Ramsay as they look to convince him to make the move to Anfield. That's what Football Insider reports, and Sky Sports are also reporting that Liverpool are heavily interested in signing the hugely talented young right back who is a Scottish under-21 international. So in this video we will have all the details about him and what you need to know, and also we will have a lot of other Liverpool news. So if you enjoyed these videos and if you don't want to miss the latest Liverpool transfer news, make sure to subscribe, turn on the bell notification, and also leave a like on this video. And Aberdeen are ready to cash in on Ramsay because they don't have really good finances. They couldn't qualify for the Europa League group stage or the European Conference League group stage, and they didn't finish in a European place this season either, so they need all the funds that they can get. And it looks like they want to sell Ramsay for around £1 million, and with bonuses it could rise to around 3.5 million, including the add-ons and bonuses. So this is a real bargain transfer for Liverpool. And remember, Andy Robertson, we signed him from relegated Hull City, and many people were skeptical about the transfer. Will he be good enough to play for Liverpool? But Liverpool scouts know what they're doing, and Andy Robertson is now one of the best left backs in the world. So I think we shouldn't really scoff at, signing a youngster from Aberdeen who are mid-table in the Scottish League. Jurgen Klopp has been praised for the squad depth being developed at Liverpool, and that allowed Liverpool to challenge on all fronts, and we qualified for 3 cup finals last season or this season that just finished, only winning 2 trophies, but we should have won at least a treble. So the one area where I think Liverpool don't have real depth is the right back position, because as I said, Neco Williams would want to keep playing regularly, so you don't want to harm a player's development by just putting him on the bench and not playing him regularly. Ramsay though would be happy to sit on the bench and come in for Trent if it's necessary. And Ramsay is a Klopp style of player with attributes such as very good crossing, evident by his 9 assists last season. That's for an 18-year-old right back. That's really impressive. And he also is very good at long passes, dribbling all being part of his repertoire, and he will learn from the best in his position in Trent and whilst developing under Jurgen Klopp. So I think this could be a really promising transfer move for Liverpool. And he has produced some inspiring performances during the season that showcased his natural talent, attracting interest from top clubs in England and in Europe. And Sky Sports are reporting that it appears that Liverpool are winning the race for the young player who is regarded by many as one of the most talented teenagers in European football. He broke into the Aberdeen team last season, and he already made 39 appearances for Aberdeen in 2 seasons, but this season was his true breakthrough season where he became a regular. When he's not injured, he's playing regularly for Aberdeen. He played 35 games this season. As I said, he scored 1 goal and got 9 assists, which is really, really impressive. 33 games this season. And also, Ramsay was named the Scottish Football Writers Association's Young Player of the Season this season. So it looks like Aberdeen are aiming to bank a club record fee for the very talented defender, and the football writers recognized his talents by giving him this award. It looks like he was identified by Liverpool scouts as the long-term right back backup for Trent Alexander-Arnold, but I think that could be Neco Williams as well if he develops at the right pace. And just to gauge his value, Bologna got an offer rejected in January for him. They offered £830,000 with an obligation to buy for £3.3 million at the end of the season. But Aberdeen would only consider selling Ramsay for well above their record fee, which currently stands at 3 million. So as I said, he could cost 2-3 million with bonuses and add-ons, maybe even more. And actually, Calvin Ramsay has credited Trent Alexander-Arnold as one of his biggest influences. He sees Trent as his role model, and that's brilliant. This is what he said: there are some great players who have won the award, and it's a massive achievement for me as a fullback, watching Trent and his crosses and his technical ability. If I can get to that level, then it would be a bonus. Andy Robertson at Liverpool and Kieran Tierney at Arsenal have been brilliant. They are players I look up to, especially as they are fullbacks like me. I feel I could go on to do that as well. And Aberdeen manager Jim Goodwin isn't surprised by the growing interest in Ramsay. Prior to January, Calvin was probably one of the best young fullbacks in the world, to be perfectly honest. This is not an over-exaggeration. His stats, his data, in terms of his attacking numbers, putting crosses in the box, were incredible. He had a little bit dip in form, which is understandable for a teenager. Whether that was because his head was turned in January, or with whether he was moving or not moving, we don't know exactly, but also he got injured towards the end of the season, but he only missed like 3 games, so it wasn't a serious injury. And as I said, he's only 18 years old, so the world is at his feet. He's very, very talented and very, very highly rated by Liverpool. So I think for a really low, relatively low transfer fee, this would be a brilliant signing for Liverpool. Another young player, one for the future, and one who can really develop without a lot of pressure. He wouldn't be expected to come in and start for Liverpool straight away, but he can develop under the wings of Jurgen Klopp, under the wings of Trent Alexander-Arnold. And I mean, watching Trent and Robertson every week as a fullback, that will be the best education for him. So after the confirmation that Fabio Carvalho signs for Liverpool, Ramsay could be the second official transfer of Liverpool, but it won't be the last, because we are going for some big players, and probably tomorrow I will make a big video on Robert Lewandowski and the links of Lewandowski going to Liverpool and all the details of that transfer. I'm already excited for that video as well. So next season Liverpool won't want to go into the season with Trent Alexander-Arnold's backup being an aging James Milner and Joe Gomez, who is not really a right back, even though Joe Gomez did pretty well when he played at right back. I think Liverpool would want to have an out-and-out right-back like Ramsay, who has similar qualities to Trent Alexander-Arnold, of course on a lower level. He's not world-class yet, but he has the potential to be, that's for sure. Virgil van Dijk also criticized the Nations League games being scheduled just after the season is finished, and that doesn't really make sense to me. That for example, Virgil van Dijk has to play 4 games with the Netherlands just after the football season is finished. He said, I'm going to give everything one more time, but I do agree with what Kevin De Bruyne has said about these Nations League matches. I think it's strange that there are still 4 international matches after a big long season. There is more chance of injury now. Players should have a say in it, I think, but then again, we have nothing to say in these matters. And I still think that international football should have a different schedule. It probably should be that the football season is congested a little bit more, so there are no international breaks in September, October, November and March. So they should play these international games during the summer months, where the players can train together and play together, and that way we will have increased quality. And during the season, I mean, if you remove all the international breaks, like 4 international breaks, each of them like 2 weeks, you can actually shorten the football season by more than a month. So then that month, at the end of the season, you can play the international games one after the other, and then you will have better performances from the international teams, because they will be training and playing together for 6 weeks, 2 months, and that would be ideal. But that's just my personal opinion. Let me know what is yours in the comments comments below. And also quite a big surprise, Gini Wijnaldum wasn't included in the Netherlands squad. The latest squad by Louis van Gaal, the Netherlands manager, omitted Gini Wijnaldum, and it looks like it wasn't the best decision for him to not extend his contract at Liverpool, because even though he's earning like 3.5 times as much at Paris Saint-Germain, he's definitely not happy. Virgil van Dijk said, I think, and I'm not the national coach, but I think that Wijnaldum with his qualities always belongs in the Oranje, in the Netherlands national team, but he's not at the best stage of his career. He's not comfortable in his own skin. He has to accept the choice that the national coach has made. And now Wijnaldum is on holiday. I follow him on Instagram, so he's posting there, and I'm sure that he's a little bit disappointed by the way that his season went with Paris Saint-Germain. And Henderson is already looking forward to next season. He said, it took me a few days to reflect on the whole season, and looking back, what an extraordinary season it was. Couldn't be more proud of my teammates and everything that we have given this season. Thank you to all the fans who have supported us throughout. Together we have shared moments that will be remembered forever. Didn't end the way we wanted, of course, but that's football. We are Liverpool and we will be back stronger. Enjoy the break. See you all again soon to create more memories together. You will never walk alone. And I think this sums up perfectly the attitude that Liverpool will have towards next season. It will be definitely a season where Liverpool will go all out to win all the trophies available once again, and hopefully this time we will win one of the big ones, the Premier League or the Champions League. And also Liverpool need to get the transfers right, and I think we will sign a big attacker in the summer when Sadio Mane leaves. And also happy birthday to Liverpool Football Club, who today the club is celebrating its 130th year anniversary. That's a wonderful achievement or wonderful milestone, and I've been supporting this football club for more than 20 years. I became a Liverpool fan in the 2001 season, where Liverpool made those brilliant cup runs in the FA Cup, in the League Cup and the UEFA Cup. And it just caught my heart, the Liverpool fans, and the UEFA Cup final against Alaves, I will always remember that. What a special final that was. And I think that this has been a brilliant journey, a very exciting and sometimes very hard journey with lots of ups and downs in the last 20 years. But I'm so happy and so proud to be part of the Liverpool family, and I will support this football club all my life until the day I die. And I'm really looking forward to the rest of the journey under Jurgen Klopp. At least we will have him for another 4 years, and who knows, maybe we will extend again, but at least for the next 4 years Liverpool are pretty much guaranteed to challenge for major trophies and titles, and I'm really looking forward to it. And Steve Nichols thinks that Sadio Mane leaving Liverpool and not signing a new contract, it's only about the money. He said, absolutely it's about the money. From a professional point of view, why would you leave Liverpool? They are almost the best team in the world, so you aren't moving for professional reasons. It's definitely about money. If it is, then don't give us some story about looking for a new challenge nonsense. Just say, I want a new contract, and the one I want, they aren't going to give me it, which is fine. I've won everything I can, so I will move on. And yes, probably that's true, because if Mane were only about winning the biggest trophies in the world, he would stay at Liverpool, because at the moment not even Bayern Munich are on the same level as Liverpool. Bayern Munich got knocked out by Villarreal, who quite easily got knocked out by Liverpool in the Champions League. So what does that say about Bayern Munich? And also they are losing their best goal scorer, Lewandowski. So Bayern are definitely not getting stronger. Even if they sign Sadio Mane, they will be probably a little bit weaker than last season. So if Mane wants to win the Champions League, then he should stay at Liverpool. If he wants to just rack up Bundesliga titles at Bayern and have a very comfortable life in the Bundesliga, and maybe challenge for the Champions League. I don't want to disrespect Bayern Munich here. They are definitely challengers for the Champions League. My point is, they are not as strong as Liverpool right now. And if it would be about winning trophies and building a legacy at Liverpool, he would stay at Liverpool even on a little bit less salary than he thinks he deserves. But maybe he wants a new chapter in his football career, and maybe he wants one last big salary. Maybe that's what these players are after. Good luck at Bayern Munich, that's what I will say to Mane. He served us very well during the 6 years, 6 trophies for Mane. He did everything he could for for Liverpool, so I have no hard feelings against him, and at least Liverpool will probably get a little bit of money for him. So that's it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.